This is my axe. This is my main axe when I'm out in the bush. It's not big, and it's not the heaviest type, but it's very good and sharp. Have been with me for many years. I've had it it was laying around with some other stuff in a box for many years, and in 2011 I found it back, and I refurbished it, put a new shaft on, grind it off some wear and tear, and clean it up and sharpen it. This is made by, let me see if it's possible to see. Says here Musta Axe, it says. This is Musta is a well-known company, and they are known worldwide for the fish hooks, and even in some countries Musta means fish hook. So they are among the best fish hook factories. But in old days they apparently also made axes and other stuff. So this other day I was out doing some stuff, and I discovered, can you hear that? Are you able to see it? Well, the axe head is coming loose, so I have to do something with it before it fails. So today I went getting myself a new axe handle. When you find a new axe handle or shaft, you need to look for some good things. Hickory, very good. Try to find someone that includes the wedge, and see if the wedge is complete. On some cheaper brands of axe handles you can find some very poor wedges, and this also includes the small, I don't know what I call it, it's a kind of wedge also you put in on top. And maybe more important, can you see the grains in this? They all are going this way. There was 8 handles at the store like this one, and this was the only one which the grains going downwards like this. That makes the axe much more robust when hitting like this, and this is the way you're gonna hit it every time. So if the grains are going this way, you can see it also here, then the axe handle will be much stronger. So I think I found myself a good one, and so I have to remove this old one and refit this. You see, it has a progressive, the thickness are progressive, and not this cheaper axes usually have a very smooth surface. This goes down to a thinner one, not very thin, but way better than much of the standard axes. So I like this very good. It's good. You also see the shape of it, which is down and up. This is the down, and this is the top side of the axe. This was looking very thin, so I was a little bit afraid it wouldn't fit. As you can see here, it's very nice actually. It is just a little bit too big, and that's perfect because now I have to trim it so it will fit very snugly, and I want to trim it down. You see here this lump, so I have to trim it down to somewhere like that, so that top will come out in 5 millimeters, so that should be good. You can see here the wedge goes that far, so I'm gonna mark the wedge so I know where the bottom is. When I'm gonna put that in. And now I'm gonna shape it until it fits into the axe head very well. Well, I've been rasping and shaping this handle to fit the axe. Just using a wood rasp or wood file or whatever you want to call it. It's not that bad now. I think I'm able to force it down. It's about 1 inch left, and maybe not able to. Yeah, I try to. I'm gonna remove a little bit more hair in here to be able to put it a little bit more than 1 inch down, and also most likely, oh, that's good, yeah, that's this neck. I have to do a little bit more. Yeah, that would be good. sanding the handle, I will also sand inside this notch, because I don't know how this was treated with linseed oil. If it was just dipped in, there will be some residues in here, which I don't want, because I'm going to use wood glue between the wedge and the handle itself, so I need to have a good surface for the glue. To sharpen the axe, there are two methods. You can bang the handle down into a hard surface, and the axe head will knock itself on. Or you can hold it this way and whack it with a mallet. The last one is the most, what do you call it, is the less destructive way. When you start hitting this into the floor or something, you might get some bruises. So we'll do it this way. Almost. It's coming up. The shape of the inside of the hole is like this. As it's a bit hard to get a good fill, but we'll see. I'll try to put it a little bit further down. Now I have to take it off again and take off a little bit more. The good thing by doing this is you now can see where it's the toughest spots. So obviously I have to take off some here, and maybe a little bit here, and on the other side it's also the tip. So let's go on it. I reprofiled a little bit and I whacked it in. Now you can see the wood starts to crumble here and there. Back side, that's a good sign. At the bottom, at the top it's a little another story, but when I put in the wedge, it will be good. Whack it a little bit more. I'm sure it's very compact. By the look of the axe, it's hand forged. This is very old, so I'm very pleased with the axe head. And as it sits now, it sits pretty straight. I can't see any deviations. That's good. So let's see about this wedge. I'm gonna put a wedge in like that, and you can see I have to trim off some to get it in. So I'll do that. First, put some wood glue. Okay, I have to do the rest on the floor, I think. So I'll be back. I finished wedging it in, and I grind it off with a sandpaper. Cut off the wedge. It cracked during the hammering, but still went pretty good distance. Half the axe, so, and 3/4 of the notch. I would like it to go the whole notch, but with this axe head it's very difficult because it gets very narrow in the middle and expands at both ends, so it's a little bit strange. But anyhow, now it's time for this little metal wedge going in like that. Here it is, finished all up. It's a kind of two-tone, dark on this side, lighter on this side. Looks good on the top. Also looks good around the bottom side of the axe head. So I'll let it dry up and do some hard testing tomorrow. See if it's good, or if I have to do the job all over again. So. It tackles that hard work without any issues. It seems good.